Hey guys! Whoa, my hat. We're at the very, very top of Riverside. I think this is the highest vantage point. Well, one of the highest vantage points. I wanted to call this live Doses of Mortality in the Land of Free Napkins because there was this comedian named Ronnie Chang, and he's saying that in China people call the US a beautiful country, and they call their own land middle country. So they call the US a country that people want to go to. Beautiful country. Have you ever been to beautiful country? They have free napkins. And since I have traveled to Southeast Asia, where literally napkins, you need to pay for them. So every single napkin, they're not free in restaurants. You have to pay. And in America, today during breakfast, I looked over and there was this huge bin of just free napkins. And it makes me realize, wow, we take for granted a lot of things. Like other people see America as a place to go to get their dreams, you know, everything. But but once you're here, everyone's like, you know, everything sucks. You know, like Verizon sucks, and whatever sucks, just because there's like a few minutes lag time. So it makes me think that especially if you have like a day-to-day schedule and you're just doing day-to-day stuff, you end up being in this mode where it feels so freaking ungrateful of things. So you complain about the things that lag, and you take for granted that you have free napkins at restaurants. But I follow certain social media people. Hey everyone! I follow certain social media people who exercise and go out and, you know, enjoy nature and push themselves. And I realized it's not solely because I want to exercise and I want to have that life, but also on a micro level, how often are you close to your mortality? How often do you push yourself to feel like you're about to die? Because there was this philosopher, I forgot his name, but he was like, for young people, why they feel compelled to change, why they feel compelled to change when they're young is they see something that they want and their mind is very malleable. So, hey Jelly. So like flashy cars and fancy things create that want for them to want something more and to change their behaviors. But for adults, it's mostly through trauma. And I'm thinking, unless you're almost, you know, hit by a car or something really traumatic happens, or you are at the brink of death, or you know, a family member, you know, stuff like that, like horrible things happen to you that makes you realize life is short, and, you know, like, then it spurns action. But I think getting out there and going outdoors and forcing yourself to kind of look at, like, really be tired, go and hike for 7 hours, 12 hours, and feel like you're at the brink of death is your dose of mortality that will enable adults to change, you know? Hey Howard! And I think the allure of exercise and allure of people going out there and taking on these adventures, it's also like, oh, I want to do that to keep healthy. But wow, I'm glad and I'm inspired by those people because they're willing to constantly face their mortality on a micro level, like doses of mortality, feeling like, I feel like if we just go about our day-to-day and we don't subject ourselves to these doses of mortality, we're going to be in the land of free napkins, and we're gonna complain about how there's like a 1 minute lag on our internet time, and we're going to be less grateful for the things that we have. So that's my insight. While I was hiking up this trail, Jonathan was like, let's go, let's do it. So we're at the very top right now. Super at the very top. Hey, Mitt. So I want to challenge you guys to think about, like, what are you guys doing on a week-to-week basis to give yourself the dose of mortality, to remind yourself that life is not to be completely taken for granted. And if you feel very shitty, that you don't stay in that period for too long. But okay, that's all I have for this Saturday. Hey man, thanks for joining Chrome Boss. I will see you, well, you have access to the modules, and I'll see you in the group coaching calls. Yeah? Bye! Oh, admit, if you have a friend who can benefit from Chrome Boss too, let them know. Oh, and one more thing. If you are in San Diego in February on the 27th to 28th, I would love to have you guys come to Chrome Boss Live. It's a smaller event, it's intimate, it's a 2-day event, and it includes mapping out your year 2020 so that you could have a 6-figure Chrome extension business. Yeah, love the title, right, Jim? I know you just joined me, but I don't know how much you've heard. But the reason why I feel I exercise and I push myself to feeling like the brink of death is because we need those doses of mortality in this land, the land of free napkins, so that we don't take for granted the things that, you know, so that we don't complain about lags in internet, or we don't complain about like everything sucks just because things don't go our way. And Amazon Prime goes from Prime to Prime Now. You know, we're so lucky to be able to have all of those things, yet here we are spending our days, you know, in routine or day to day and complaining about that, when we can go out and push ourselves and feel closer to death. And a philosopher, I forgot his name, but a philosopher was like, adults don't change unless something traumatic happens to them. Children change when they see something that they want, but adults need to be traumatized. So how often are you traumatizing yourself? Hey Steve, hey Mike, hey Ernesto. Yeah, Jonathan is now heading towards the other rock. There he goes. Jonathan! Let me do a pan of where I am. I'm probably at one of the highest vantage points. Like, this is where I am. One of the highest vantage points of Riverside. And, yeah. Yeah, if it's not hiking, it's rock climbing. If it's not rock climbing, it's, what are you doing to feel like life shouldn't be taken for granted, you know? Hey John, where are you now? Man, I miss a lot of you guys. I'm still going out there doing stuff, but I miss going on like more adventures. So anyways, alright, if you are in San Diego or want to get the behind the scenes, map out your 2020 with your 6-figure Chrome extension business, then come and send me a PM. I'll send you an order form to get a ticket to Chrome Boss Live. It's an intensive live 2-day event with my team and I, and we are going to have an implementation day, you take your laptop, and a mastermind day where I show you the things that you might not realize about this whole passive income Chrome extension world. Amit says, do you have an affiliate program for your course? If so, I would love to promote it. Yeah, I do. I'll send you the link. It's those who, yeah, I would love for you to promote it, since you get permission every single time. Alright, I will send you that link, Amit. It's actually in the onboarding documentation as well. So once you go to the onboarding document, you can see like a place that says, hey, if you enjoy this course and you want to promote it, click here, and then you can sign up for the affiliate program. But today is so pretty. Today is so freaking pretty to be outside and be part of, you know. So let me know in the comments, like, what do you guys do to be closer to your own mortality? Do you go skydiving? Do you just a simple hike? Like this hike was kind of grueling. It was maybe like an hour of walking upwards, like at this angle. So it wasn't like it's not a super easy hike to get up here because there's no real path and there is a bunch of shrubs. But yeah, if you know anyone who would benefit from learning how to create passive income with their own Chrome extension business, then tag them in this live and let me know. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'll see you in the group coaching call. All right. And if you guys have any questions as well about Chrome Boss Masterclass, Chrome Boss Live, Chrome Boss Accelerator, Chrome Boss Elite, let me know. Hey Nisi. Hey Nisi. Nisi, you recently got into Chrome Boss Masterclass as well. Hey Nolan. Hey guys. You guys are so cool showing up. Alright, well, look how pretty it is. Oh, and in Chrome Boss Live, not only are we going to map out your Chrome extension, six-figure Chrome extension business, but we will also inject into your calendar things to do physically to be close to your own mortality. I think it's super, super healthy to have these constant reminders that life shouldn't be taken for granted, right? Let me know if you believe that too. And also, my hat, I put in the washing machine, so it's kind of like all weird, but whatever. Oh, Jonathan, he's about to go up. Hey Nick! Jonathan, what are you about to do? Oh, okay. Oh man. Look at the sun. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys have an awesome Saturday. And yeah, I just wanted to go live to say that message, but also to talk to you about Chrome Boss Live happening in San Diego on the 27th to 28th. That is a Thursday and a Friday. What, Jonathan? Where should people go? Where is it located?
San Diego.
What month? February. What day?
27th, 28th.
Yes. Hey, Grant. PM me for the order page and come join me. If you are already in Chrome Boss Accelerator and Chrome Boss Elite, of course you guys have a free ticket. But if you are in the Chrome Boss Masterclass, you have a discounted ticket. And then if you're not in anything, then you have the regular price ticket. Alright. Bye guys. Hopefully I see you guys in San Diego on the 27th and 28th. Would love to have you. And yeah. Alright. Bye. Oh yeah. If you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.